If you want to cheat, have those chocolate-covered almonds in between meals. You know what I mean? Have a gluten-free cookie or something. Or, if you're really feeling hungry, Shakeology, man. I mean, we got all these different flavors. It's loaded with 72 amazing things. Who's up to see my Shakeology?
Oh, it's amazing!
I love
it!
Kill your family?
That was pretty fun. There's one line we go where it says, come here. I didn't like that line. I want to redo that line. But for the most part, we've got quite a few hits, and that's a good thing.
That's great.
And the point of it is, we've got this amazing product. I'm not a Shakeology salesman. I'm not a P90X salesman. I am trying to sell that. But, we continue to grow. This company continues to get better because of you. Because you get it. And that's what it's all about. So the one little thing I want to finish with is some basic rules for continued success. When I said who feels like they're on top of the game, they're super fit, and feeling like they're the best shape of their life, raise your hands again. Who feels like they're halfway there? They're not quite halfway. That's probably one. Who just feels like they're off? It's just like, thank God I'm here and I live. So we got folks at different levels, but I know for a fact that each and every one of you want to feel as good as I feel. I was in my room today getting ready thinking, I was eating breakfast and every bite tasted of the oatmeal. This is Canadian oatmeal. This Canadian blueberries and heartberries. This egg white frittata is so... And I have so many moments like that. I'm on the plane thinking, I'm on a 3.5-hour flight. I'm just reading my magazine. I'm happy a lot. And I like being happy a lot. And it comes down to making sure that I do the right things. I'm always trying to push the envelope. I eat better than I'm on the plane and she comes out with the rolls, Mr. Horton, would you like a roll? And there's that whole, no, yes, no. All right, give me the roll. Sniff the roll. I feel like some kind of a crack pipe or something. So I had to bite the roll and I'm bad. I put the rest of it down. So, I have these battles too. It's not perfect for me. But more often than not, I do pretty well. So here are the rules. Here are the rules to get where I am. Where some of you already are, you're pretty close, but I know everybody wants to get there. Number one is variety. Now, the reason why P90X is so successful and P90X2 is so different than P90X and some trainer is 10 minutes or not 50 minutes or an hour and a half is because of variety. Variety. We have to get away from the resistance for guys. Guys want to hack press and, one arm bicep curl and they want to earlobe lifts. Hey, dude, how much do you bench? I have no idea. I don't care because that's stupid. I'm not in high school, I'm not playing football. I'm an adult, I'm almost 55, and what I care about is speed, balance, range of motion, and agility. And what I care about is that. Functional fitness. I want to put on my skis, put on something that's 45-degree pitch, covered with rocks and stumps and trees, and jump over that stuff like a 9. Like a 9-year-old with a lobotomy. That's all I want to do. I don't know how much to bench. How much do you squat? It's not the 70s, bro. So, if you're guys, and if you're stuck in this weightlifting mode, that's ego. It's not about can do. It's not about adventure. It's not about curiosity. It's just about being big. And it's just, in my opinion, it's stupid. That's all I'm going to say about that. Ladies, it's not about the cardio. You know that now. Half of this workout, more than half of this workout, wasn't cardio. It was interval exercises. Think about how athletes move and how athletes look. You've got slow twitch endurance athletes, right? People who spend a lot of time in the water. Right? Some people love that. They just kind of get into their spirit and they swim and they do triathlons. They just love long swims. Or you've got marathoners, people who like to run half marathons and triathlons. That's slow twitch endurance exercises. And we want to play in that play. But I move like an athlete that spends his time on a court or a field. Basketball, tennis, baseball, soccer, hockey, all these exercises where the actual exertion time is a few seconds. Football, what's football? Football's this. Break. Or the quarterback. Right? Same thing with tennis. It's only this big. You got to get from here to here. Right? That's how athletes move. They move in small spaces quickly. And they need speed, balance, and range of motion to do it. In the process, it looks pretty good too.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe. So, you know, the variety's already built in. We gave you the variety, right? Hey, if you want to mix Body Beast and Insanity and a P90X hybrid, there's your variety, right? So, it's really important because you're trying to avoid boredom. Anybody ever get bored from an exercise routine and stop?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody get injured? CrossFit. I'm in so much trouble, man. CrossFit people, I'm going to be murdered by the CrossFit. But you know, if your ego gets involved and becomes super competitive, and you're doing these movements that don't have enough recovery time in between, blah, 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 you better be spot on with your form. And you better be careful. Because that's, you know, boredom, injuries, and plateaus. Who has a better body now than ever had in their life with the P90X?
Not yet.
You're welcome.
Working on it.
Because we put yoga in there, we put Pilates in there, we put everywhere, and I apologize to the youngsters for I'll push up every time I say an appropriate word. I think I owe you like 30. And so that's why it's so awesome. So I'm just going to say, continue with that. Number 2 is consistency. I mean, P90X is 6 days a week, P90X2 is 5, because on that other 2 days, take a day off, then go out in the outside world and take advantage of what we're showing you what to do on the inside world. And it's really about consistency. I mean, I would say that's more important than intensity, by far. It's about showing up, showing up, showing up. Do your best and forget the rest. I mean, some days are going to be good, some days are going to be bad, some days you're going to feel like a hero, some days you're going to feel lame, some days you're going to do a happy workout. It doesn't matter. I can't tell you, I had a conference in Charlotte, North Carolina 2 days ago, and it was a group of people who didn't know I was coming. It was a surprise. And they were from around the world, and 80% had no idea who I was. Who is this Tony Horton? I'm wearing jeans and a suit right now. Oh, Japanese talks, awesome. And these folks were out of shape. All right, we're going to do push-ups. Half push-ups on your knees. 10 seconds, here we go. And, but you know, these folks were, you know, I mean, they just didn't know. So hopefully after that 3 hours, there was a bunch of, not 3 hours of workout, but 3 hours of talking and working out and everything else. Maybe there's some new information that'll help. But you guys already know this. You know that variety is important. You know that consistency is everything. It's who works out guaranteed, automatic, 5 to 6 days a week. Who's in that 2 to 3 day a week mode still? Doesn't work. Forget it. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. Put yourself down for mistakes. Doesn't work. Just do that. It's like, you know, taking heroin, then nothing. You suffer from what I call, what happens is, when you exercise consistently, you release norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, and our little friend, crack.
He's from Edmonton.
Brain-derived neurotropic factor that's in the book. So, I mean, if there's any book you could read that would really change your mind, it would be Younger Next Year. It would be by Chris Crowley, and Spark by John Grady. 2 books that really had a great influence on me. Because exercise, the reason why you feel much better now, it's not endorphins, I mean, it kind of is. It's norepinephrine. It's the drugs that the pharmacist gives your parents because they're depressed and they're not moving. You know, my mother had that silver tray, but I can't tell you how many prescription meds on it in the kitchen, you know? Who has parents who has that silver tray with the meds on it? Who wants to be there? All right, so who has parents and grandparents with health issues or died from health issues? Raise it up, raise it up. You have to do the opposite of them because you are them times 2. They had it. Fantastic. I try. They hate you. And you're going to have their problems unless you do something about it. Super important. My mother passed away at 72, but her mother died in her 80s. Why did my mother live 12 years less than my grandmother. My grandmother, the Italian, she never exercised, but she made her own pasta, she made her own bread. You know, she went out to the local farmer's market and bought the pork and bought the chicken and bought the beef. Before it was GMO, before it was fat, sugar, salt, chemicals out of boxes and bags and whatnot. And so, you know, it's because she smoked, because she was not dealing with depression. You know, she was suffering from this bipolar thing, you know, a little bit. And that's why you want to exercise, because every time you do, dopamine, serotonin, brain-derived neurotropic factor. Let me tell you about brain-derived neurotropic factor. Inside we're getting into the science! Inside the temporal lobe is the hippocampus. Inside the hippocampus is the dentate gyrus. The dentate gyrus is the size of a baby's pinky finger. And it sits there waiting, begging, pleading for you to move. Because when you do, there are proteins and molecules that make up the dentate gyrus vibrate. And they find each other, they search, and they create this thing called neurogenesis. It's going to be in science class, I know, like in 3 years. Totally. Tell the teacher what for, because you're going to know about this. All right, so the proteins and molecules come together and create something called neurogenesis. It's the only way people over the age of 25, 26, 27 can create new cells inside of their brain. It's the only way. It's by moving the breath and causing blood to move around. It's blood and breath. It's blood and breath. I don't care how you do it. When those two things are happening, brain-derived neurotropic factor, proteins and molecules, cognition, memory, all kinds of really cool stuff happens, you know? And it's a mind-body-spirit equation. It's not just physical. It's not how you... We bought P90X and insanity and everything else because we saw those before and after photos. Mm-hmm. We saw the aesthetic change. We saw people who looked like us, who looked better than us, and we wanted to have that journey. But that is us focusing on hoping that it works, as opposed to knowing that you're going to release these chemicals, you're going to improve your immune system, you're going to increase your range of motion, you're going to increase your cardiovascular strength, you're going to have better memory, better cognition. All those amazing, beautiful things are going to occur today. Today. Because that's all you have. What do you have? Did you have yesterday? Gone. Tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe a meteorite will fall out of the sky and then you're rushing town. I don't know. It's crazy out there. So all you have is now. So variety is built into our products. Consistency means 5 to 6 days a week, because 2 days a week you're going to have those chemicals and then they're going to fall. They're going to go like this. I feel really good. I feel like crap. I feel really good. Right? But if you exercise often, you feel good often. It's so simple. All right? Last, the third of that particular triad is intensity. You have to work out hard. Did everybody feel like they worked out hard?
Yeah. Woo!
And you know, it changes from day to day. But you have to go a little deeper in that lunge. You've got to add that extra weight. If ladies are using the same 3 to 5, 8-pound dumbbells, men have 40 times more testosterone than women. 40! It varies. Men average we have 40. We just like look at our arm and go, what is happening? Right? Women. You know, a woman who can't go from doing pull-ups who can is 1,000 times cooler and more impressive than a guy who can. You know, I mean, pull-ups are hard. There's a girl who came to I'll tell a quick story. We're probably like 9 hours over, right? My plane probably left like 20 hours. Because I love you guys. I want to know this stuff. Know this stuff. It's important. So she showed up at a shoot. You know, there's a bunch of fitness models, and there's a couple of people who've done the program, and I didn't know who it was. It was a Power 90 infomercial. And there's one girl, ripped, I mean, like me, you know, like. And I said, well, where did they find you? She said, well, I was the winner for the contest. And I said, to be in the infomercial. And I said, oh my God, what did you look before? 5'4", 230 pounds. She lost 120 pounds. And so when she started Power 90, couldn't do a push-up, couldn't do a regular. She had to go on her knees, she did 3 or 4. I watched her do 10 chin-ups. She looked like a rock climber. I mean, she did Power 90 once, twice, 3 times. First time, didn't change the diet. Second time, didn't really change the diet. Third time, figured out the diet. Then did P90X once, twice, 3 times. Power 90, 3 months. Power 90, 3 months. Power 90, 3 months. P90X 3 times, same way. She lost all that weight, and she was unbelievable. And who she was, I mean, yeah, I lost the weight, and I look good, and I ripped, and I can do pull-ups now, but she was a legal assistant and didn't say anything to anyone ever. Had no personality whatsoever. It gave her a personality she didn't know she had. You know, now she was running classes, and now she was, people were like, droves of people were coming to her. And that's what my book is about. My book is, you take care of yourself, and then it's not about you anymore. not about you anymore. That's what coaching is. It's not about you. It is to a degree because you get to do what you love and share what you know and make some money. What, 5 minutes? 5 minutes? I can do 5 minutes. 4, maybe 4. I can't do 4. 4 some reason. 5? All day long. 4? I'm just in her tongue. So that's the whole idea behind variety, consistency, and intensity. These things are important. And the last 3 quickly are in 5 minutes. 4. The plan. You got to figure out what you're doing when you're going to do it. So if you woke up some days, knew they were supposed to work out, but didn't really know what time. Didn't know what time they were going to work out. They just knew they were going to do it. Raise your hand. Did you end up doing it? Keep your hands up.
Yep. No.
Yeah. So I have a desk calendar and I write down what I'm going to do every time. I make sure that I do it with somebody. My plan is Monday night squat, Tuesday mornings chest, shoulders and arms. Wednesday night med ball cardio, which is going to be
new program coming soon, but I can't tell you. Michelle,
and then Thursday morning is chest and back, favorite day of all. And then Friday is this new core plyo thing, plyo boxes from 1.5 to 3.5 feet. And I jump on boxes and I do everything with Swiss balls.
Cool.
I go back and forth, and it's absolute misery. But it makes me a better skier, so I do it. And then Saturday's yoga, and then Sunday is my 3.5-hour gymnastics routine at the beach. So I've got something scheduled every day with people. There's my plan, what's yours, figure it out, put it on a calendar. If you're inconsistent, if you're not consistent, if you're not 5 to 6 days a week, then you have to get a calendar, you put it on your front door, or your bathroom mirror, or your refrigerator. And then you write down all 30 days, 28 this month, and you write down what you're going to do what time, and then you got the little red magic marker that's hanging there, you make an X every time you do it. At the end of the month, you better have 22 X's. How many X's do you need to have?
22.
15. What's 15? 15 good?
No.
You need 15 days to fight the 15 days on. Just throw yourself down.
Still going.
I feel good. Feel like crap, good. You want 22 X's plus. Yeah, how simple is that? Is that like so freaky simple? Oh my God, that's a X's, yes. Tom, come over. Help. Every workout I do with somebody. Never do them alone. The ones I have to do in my room, by myself in a hotel, hate it, but I try.
But we got you to motivate us.
What's that?
I said we got you to motivate
That's
us.
right. If you don't have anybody else, you got
There you go.
If I'm working. So the plan. That's just purpose, and I talked about purpose. Do it for all the right reasons. Do it because you can do things. Do it because you feel good. Do it because you want to take this indoor training, you want to go to the outside world and be able to not only kayak, mountain climb, or ski, or snowboard, or horseback ride, or making ping pong tournaments. I don't know what it is. Oh my God, rules for life. But that's what it's about. It's not about training inside so you can go outside and do nothing. You know, that's the reason why I work out really hard because I love to ski, I love to charge when I'm skiing, and I love my pegboard, my finger ladder, climbing ropes upside down, and doing swing handstands on parallel bars, stuff that people in their 50s aren't supposed to be able to do. But that's why I do it, and that's my purpose. So you have to find a reason why. It's so powerful, it never, ever, ever, ever slows you down, ever. That's not Reese's food. Briefly, you are what you eat. We like crap, you look like crap. We all look the way we do, not because of exercise. We can sell not a single DVD, zero. We don't even sell food. We sell Shakeology. It's the only form of food and recovery drink and bars. But everything else is up to you. It's up to you. You have to decide. Unfortunately, I have a product called Tony Horton Kitchen, which we just deliver food to your door. We haven't done Canada yet. We're working on it.
Hurry up. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
you're going to tell me to bring it?
But, what's that?
You brought samples for us, though, right?
No samples. No food. But it's always been about the food. Like I said earlier, it's got to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's got to be super healthy. And if it's not, you're going to struggle because exercise is not an excuse to eat crap. I worked hard. I'm going to reward myself with garbage. No. I look for this. Looks like this. I don't do crunches. I don't do them. Haven't Rex. Haven't done it in 2 years. Haven't done it. I do this stuff on my forearms. I climb ropes. I have a figure ladder. I can swing hand. I mean, right? I ski like a...
Can you lift your shirt one more time? Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about. My baby got stuck on my shirt. The guy here, the guy's going, dude, after the year. Bro, totally, you know. It's about the food, it's about the food, it's about the food. 90% of what you should eat should be clean, 80 minimum. And if you do that, it's and exercise, it's everything. Food equals your health. It's the food that either slows down the aging process or speeds it up. Fitness is just about being able to do things, being able to function well. And if you look at P90X,
2, and a product coming in the future.
it's all about speed, balance, and range of motion. We lift weights, we do cardiovascular routines, but it's really about how athletes work. If you look at most athletes, they look pretty awesome. So, there you go.
Quickly, who wants to take a picture with me? Okay, so we're going to do that one.